So here we are. I made it. I'll be changing into the gown and cleaning once again. This will be my hat and my socks. Yay!
So we're going to place it on the top of her bottom, and she will remove it and change it every week.
Good deal.
And it's kind of like a little foamy thing, you can see.
Yeah.
It just peels off.
Okay. Okay.
And then one
Good
thing
that
you
you're
want to
here.
make sure is that the area is dry.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
All right.
good stuff.
You're good.
We had a little bit of a hiccup. It looks like in the morning I'm going to be going back into surgery. I just got back from the second operation.
He did go in this morning and he actually drained off the hematoma, but that's kind of resolved itself a bit, so she's going to have some bruising.
Here is what the bruising looks like today. You guys can kind of see here what's been happening. At my doctor visit yesterday, I was cleared to take a shower. I haven't done that in a week, so I'm very much overdue for a shower. I still have that hematoma. This area here is actually very hard and swollen. I still have all that bruising. Here is what my old hormone patch looks like. The doctor said you can actually use baby powder around the edges to kind of keep it from collecting lint. And my new pad is quite a bit thinner than this. I mean, this does look thin, but the newer one is actually thinner. Here is what that replacement patch looks like. If that lint wasn't collecting, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell that it's there. It's weird because you can see that it says something when it's against the windowsill, but otherwise that's invisible. This came off in the shower a little bit before it was supposed to. Just something to note about this thinner version. You can see it gets all creased and it becomes kind of itchy and uncomfortable. Sometimes you can press out the wrinkles, but a lot of times it just kind of ends up this way. Okay, so it's been a little over a week and this patch has not gotten all crinkly. It probably has lint. Can you see stuff around it?
It's a little crinkly and it has lots of lint.
Oh, okay. So next time we'll switch back over to the other side. That's very linty.
Yep.
I've had issues with my hormone patches losing their stickiness and bubbling out from my skin. I had this patch up here a couple of days ago. It totally came off, and so I attempted to re-adhere it a little bit lower. I'm kind of fleshy. I mean, I've had 4 kids, so my skin is not very taut. That might be why these patches have such a hard time sticking to my skin. I picked up some of this NextCare flexible clear tape for discreet hold at the store today. I'm gonna try to use that tape to help this stay in place. We'll see how it goes. The prescription comes with 4 patches to a box, with a warning that the patch must be applied to clean, dry, hair-free skin. You have to alternate the placement of the patch each week. I started off with my patch on the right back side of my hip, and then I ultimately moved it to the front of my abdomen. Each patch comes in a sealed sleeve. This patch came in my last prescription that was filled in December of 2020. It says here that the patch is good for a year, but on the packaging itself it indicates that you can keep these a lot longer. I chose to stop applying these hormone patches after a year. It was a combination of the fact that our family moved and then my OB doctor retired. I had so much trouble keeping these patches on, and I wasn't convinced that pushing off menopause was going to be the best decision for me and my family. It is now June of 2022, and I have been without a hormone patch now for 18 months. I saved this last patch so that I could show you guys what it looks like. The patches come on a piece of perforated plastic, and then you place the sticky side on your skin. My prescription was for 0.1 milligrams a day. Honestly, I was nervous to quit this cold turkey, and I would not recommend this to anyone who can still get in touch with their doctor and feels comfortable having a discussion about wanting to back away from hormone replacement therapy. But for me, the worst of it honestly has just been hot flashes. They were certainly worse at the beginning, but even after 18 months, I would say it's not uncommon for me to have somewhere between 1 and 5 hot flashes a day. They typically only last about 60 to 120 seconds, and it does feel like my body is on fire from the inside out. But that's preferable to me over trying to keep up with this prescription and messing with these hormone patches that don't want to stay on your skin. And I'm just not interested in finding an alternative. If I can manage without a prescription, that's what I'm going to try and do. And so far, so good. You can see how it's starting to get better on the sides here. That yellow indicates that it is healing, so that's great news.